All right, we're going to continue with the van build. Tonight what we're going to tackle is the problem of sound deadening. This is taken for granted a lot of times. In other words, what I mean by that is people will put insulation in and think, well, that's going to take care of all the noise. The problem is that with these vans, because they're a sheet metal and you have quite a bit of spacing between the braces, it acts almost like a little snare drum. You know, you hit it with your drumstick and the vibrations are what you hear. Well, that's the same thing that you have with a van. Whenever you tap on the side, you can hear a lot of noise. And that's just the vibrations resonating throughout that large panel. So the best way to take care of that, yes, the insulation will help, but they have this stuff that is sound deadening mat, and it's heavy because basically what it is it's a thick piece of tape that whenever you stick it on the side of the camper, it has weight to it, and it absorbs those resonating waves through that piece of sheet metal. So let me show you what it looks like. Haven't even opened this. I got this Mat 66, which was a really good buy, and it covers 36 square feet, and it has I think 34 of these small sheets. Instructions. So this is what it looks like. You just peel it off and you stick it onto the side of the van, the roof of the van, and you can cut it. And then you use a roller to make sure it's on. And this is unique because as you roll it, it flattens it out and you'll be able to actually see that you've got a good adherence to the wall of the van. So let me get the stuff and we'll tackle this. So the tools that we're going to need is, of course, the mats themselves, the sound deadening mats, a piece of plywood to cut the mats with just a knife, and then I've got some alcohol and paper towels to clean the surface where we're going to stick it to, and then we've got the roller that we will roll it on. Now let's get busy. Okay, I picked up one more additional piece of equipment to use, and that's just a straight edge because we're going to be cutting these things in half. So let's just all right, let's try it and see how it does. All right, so this will be the first one, and we'll see how it does. Clean it off with alcohol here. That way we know it'll stick good, because it's going to be on there for a long time. Just try to find the center of the panel. Stick it on there. Take the roller. Yeah, as you're rolling this, these little bubbles flatten out, and that assures that you've put pressure on everything to assure a good adhesion to the side panel. Sounds a little more of a dull thud. Yeah, there you go. All right, to continue on. Okay, that's going to give you an idea of what we're doing and how we're going to do it. I tried to go over this little bow in the metal here so that I could get the full size. I didn't do that on that one. I probably should have. I may come back and put another piece down on the lower part. This one we don't have to worry about because that's where the filler for the gas tank is, and that's going to make that good and solid. So, yep. I'm not going to bore you with putting all the rest of them on. I'll be back in a little while. One of the places that I think resonates the loudest is the sliding door on the side. And so I cleaned that up the best I could in there and stuck several down in there. But you know, this just creates, you know, we were talking about a snare drum. This just creates the acoustics that it's really loud. So this should quiet it down a lot. I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in there. So that should do pretty good. And I'll save enough for the back doors, but I won't get to them today because you have to drill off the covers on them, same as the front doors. I'll save enough to do all 4 of those doors. Okay, the last place that we want to get is the roof. And I'm going to put a piece down each of these 4 long, wider spots here, which should help, even though this has the crinkles in it that will keep the acoustics down, you know, the vibrations down. It still tends, because it's the largest surface area on the whole van, it still tends to be kind of noisy. So we'll see about getting them quieted down a little bit too. Already pre-cut it. And let's go ahead and apply those. Now in this section right here, that's where the ceiling fan's going to go, the roof vent, the Max Air Deluxe. It's going to go right here. So I'm only going to put the sound deadening in these outside 2 ribs. Okay, I'm going to roll that out, get that fastened down good, and then we'll take a look at it. All right, we got it done. This should go a long way in getting rid of that hollow sound that you get whenever you're riding down the road in a van. When we get the insulation and the paneling on the walls, this should really quiet this down and make traveling in the van very pleasant. So as you can see, I added some extra on the walls. Got it up on the ceiling, except for where we're going to put the fan. I didn't put any down here because that's where the shore plug and the plug for the portable solar panel is going to go. I even put a little bit on the wheel well, hoping that that would help quiet down that noise as well. So, there you have it. Just another video in the build of this 2001 Chevrolet Express 2500 cargo van. Thanks for coming along with us. As always, I've got the links to the Sound Deadening Mat, the Mat 66, and the roller in the description below. And we will see you on the next one. Later.